What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? This your boy, the historian. We're here for the pregame meal. Apologize about the delay. Just had some slight technical difficulties, but hey, we're here. It's Sunday. It's game day. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Pregame meal. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way in. Birdcage. As I said once again, this is your boy Ryan Walker, better known as historian. What's going on? What's going on? This is the pregame meal, this pregame show before the Birds take on those Carolina Panthers, aka the Putty Tats. So again, welcome to everyone that is joining us via Facebook, Twitter, better known as X now, and also YouTube. We appreciate you guys for coming through. So again, welcome. So let's talk about it. Today is a very pivotal game for the Atlanta Falcons at this point. You have a chance to take sole possession of the division with the win today and a Bucks loss. Sole possession of the division. And you're going to be ahead. The craziest thing today that I'll say is going to be, can we come in, not overlook these guys, and just go ahead and handle them? You know, like I said, I posted the link in the chat for everybody that wants to come in and to talk today. You know, this is a part for the fans to come in and just let us know how you feel, what you expect today. But before we start getting folks in, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and break it down a little bit. There's no way that this offensive line should have a good day against our front seven. This is the day that I expect probably, I'll say probably about 3 or 4 sacks today. Tops. We should at least have 4 sacks today on this defense. And my score was 28-10. A lot of guys were saying we were going to hang a 40 piece, but because it's a rivalry game, we also understand that the score is not going to be indicative of what we think it's going to be. I honestly think that the score today is going to be a lot closer than what folks think. Now, if we just jump out on them, I don't have a problem with that at all. I think that would be an awesome thing to be able to jump on these guys early and just go ahead and just take the dub. That's how I see it. But at this point, I think there's a lot of things that we can fine tune in this ball game. Once we figure out the rhythm of the running game, we let Kurt get in rhythm with run. He shouldn't have to throw 50 sometimes today, even if he's hot. Want to say that magic arm for next week versus Seattle. But today, we just want to get some guys some touches today. We want to try to look at our depth on the team. Let's try to get some guys in positions to make plays. So if we run up the score, my thing is go ahead and put the backups in. Let them get some game reps because at this point, this is a game where you must get your depth right, as we would say. You get your depth right in this ball game. And with you having your depth right in the ball game, I think that it's going to be one of those things where you just sit back and just say, well, the Falcons have an opportunity to go ahead and just put points on the board. We should. Maybe this might be a day we get to see old Mr. Michael Penix Jr. for the Penix fans out there. What's good? What's good, GA Texas boy? What's happening? But as I said before, I think there's a lot of things that you can sit back and evaluate from this ball game that's going to be coming up. But you can't take them lightly. You cannot pull with Alabama. And I know this is college ball, but you can't take an Alabama approach. You have one great game, or in our case, we had 2 division games that were big, and you have a letdown like this right here. You have a true letdown with a team that you should go ahead and soundly beat today. Can't have that today. I think that's going to be one of the keys to winning this ball game. You've got to have them. Let's see if Raheem Morris can get these guys mentally. They've had time off. Are you in a place to attack? Because when you attack, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to worry about being in a spot to where you're going to be lacking. And that's the last thing you would want to do is lack when it comes to attacking. You always want to have that mindset to attack, folks. So this is just one of the things that I sit back and I tell people that this is what we call I wouldn't even say a trap game, but I would say this is a game where you could actually get your feelings hurt if you don't do what you need to do. So I posted the link in the chat. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this matchup today with the Falcons and the Panthers. I'm going to bring some stuff up on the screen for you guys for the Atlanta Falcons matchup. And we're going to talk a little bit about it because there's a lot that is going to go on in this game. It's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of things that are up in the air. One of the biggest things that we have right now is the Tampa Bay Bucks at this point, and the New Orleans Saints. That's pretty much what it is at this point. So all you can do is kind of chuckle at this point and say, man, this is going to be crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hate the Saints just like everybody else does, but we need those guys to win today to take sole possession. Yeah, it sucks. I want both of them to lose. But if the Aints win today, we truly have sole possession of this division. The last thing you ever want to do is pull for the Saints. But at the same time, you want sole possession of this division. You want all the rotten and bad things to happen in New Orleans, football-wise, that has been happening to us for years. And I'm with it. I'm with it. I want everything right to happen in New Orleans. This is a day that they need a win. So, man, it's just one of those things. What's going on, Thomas? Hey, we got the link posted in the chat, man. If you want to jump in, man, and talk a little something today, early before the game today. But another one of the games that you got to keep an eye out on outside of the Bucks in New Orleans right now, because it's in the third quarter right now. New Orleans is up 27-24, by the way. So what's going on? The eye test, y'all check out Big John, the cricket deacon that we have up in here. And he said like this, he said this should be just like old folks driving on an RV vacation to get it up to 70. I agree, John. I agree. Let's see. No, it didn't come through. I'm gonna send you guys the link once again. Give me 1 second, because I don't think that you guys were able to get it. But I'm gonna send you guys the link once again so you guys can come in, because it's definitely warranted that you guys come in, man. This is a show that's geared towards all of you guys. Like I said, y'all come in here, y'all get a little plate of soul food or whatever. You know what it is. So I just put the link in the chat just now, and I'm pinning it. So if you guys want to come in, come on in. But yeah, so right now the Bucks are losing to the Saints 27-24 right now. And I'm gonna pull up the stats or whatever. We can just talk about this ball game and what are we looking for and what are we hoping to have. We just want to win. We just need them to win. We need certain teams to lose today because truthfully, we're still undefeated in the NFC. The only two losses that we have are in the AFC. That's scary to think about. We haven't lost an NFC game yet this year. The only teams that have beaten us were the AFC. And the crazy part about it is the AFC really could have been beaten. So I have the score up for you guys right now. Let's talk a little bit about these stats today. Spencer Rattler went off today. He went off today. 13 out of 22, 170 yards. With 7.5 yards per pass and 1 touchdown, and he's got a quarterback rating of 98.7. But it also helps if you don't have any film on the young man. That is something that no one wants to talk about. That's a major advantage for a lot of people. All I can say is this. Hey man, you got to pull up and get a plate, man. Like we say. So getting to it or whatnot, let's get back to it. Spencer Rattler definitely is the future of their team. He's actually showing that he's going to be the future of their team. Alvin Kamara has a touchdown, only 35 yards on the ground. Spencer Rattler ran for 21 yards with 7 yards. And then you got Jamal Williams that had a solid day. He's averaged 3.5 yards a carry. Jordan Mims got 1 carry for 5 yards. And in the receiving game today for the Aints, and we'll talk about the Bucks next, Foster Moreau, 2 catches, 54 yards with 27 yards a catch. He only had 2 targets today. Juwan Johnson, 23 yards a catch with 46 yards and 2 receptions. Bud Means, 5 receptions. And then you got Rashid Shaheed with 1 reception for 11 yards with 3 targets. So they're not letting him get off. Alvin Kamara, same. If you look at it, they're making the young guy use other weapons on that field. So it's very hard when you actually look at what we have, that what they have offensively, and they're banged up this year so far. And I don't feel bad for them at all. I'm happy that they're banged up. I just need them to win today. So getting to the Bucs today, we have Baker Mayfield today with 239 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions today. Baker's being Baker today. Bucky Irvin, 7 carries for 33 yards, averaging 4.5 yards a carry. And then you got Baker Mayfield with 1 carry for 12 yards, and Sean Tucker. Their running game has been non-existent. Baker's arm has pretty much been the deciding factor in that offense for those guys today. So, hey, man, we got a little something coming through the building. We got the sports analysis. We got my guy Thomas in the building. I'm going to remove this real quick. I'm going to add that back.
What's good, cuz? You see the shirt? You see the shirt?
Yeah, I see the shirt, man.
You see the shirt?
Yeah, I see the shirt. That's dope, man. What's up?
Hey, I'm out here in Oklahoma. These hating ass people won't let you bet on sports games and shit. I'm gearing up for the game. Hey, we need I'm liking what we seen out of the Ravens, man. They giving Washington that work. We need Washington lose today, so the Falcons go 4-2. Washington be 4-2. We need the Saints to win today. Lower the Bucs records. Everything's setting up to fall our way, man. We just gotta handle some business today.
Yeah, you never lied about that. Here's the other thing that I would say that the Falcons are gonna need today. This is a game where I expect the Falcons to have 4 sacks on defense today. When you talk about being able to run the ball, you establish your will, and you punish their running game, because their defense is missing one of their biggest pieces on the defensive line. And the strongest part of their team is the secondary. So this is a game where I don't mind Kirk throwing, but I'm not going to have him throwing for 50 sometimes like he did last week against the Bucs. I might have him 20, man. Yeah, 20. My thing is 20, 25 times, maybe 30 the most, get your passing in. But this has got to be a Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier game. More so Algier than Robinson in this game, because who do you have up front that's going to stop Tyler? That's the question.
Right. Yeah, every game is different, because every week is different. Every team is built different. Every GM is different, right? So some teams, like when you used to play Tennessee Titans, all they had was Henry, right? They had the one wide receiver, but for the most part, they're gonna run Henry down your throat. So when you play them, you got to load the box. So now that you play Carolina, we're gonna run that thing down their throat. Like that's what the coach gets paid to do. The coach gets paid to know what you just said.
But I mean, you have some coaches out here now that really don't understand situational awareness, man. And when you look at the situational awareness, when you talk about coaches, it's just one of those things where you just sit back and say, you know what? It's too many coaches now relying more on analytics than they are of understanding the knowledge of the game and pretty much knowing down and distance and just being marinated in situational awareness. That has been a problem, not just with the NFL, but also with college football too, because you're seeing a lot of these coaches do non-traditional things that are costing them ball games now.
It's no doubt. It's what I like to call arrogance and overthinking. You're trying to outthink the room. Like, how many times when we was young, we was kids, where we want to go in, we know more than everybody in the building. These people too old, they don't know what we know. It's called outthinking the room. Some shit just simple, man. Line the ball up and run the ball down their throat. They forget all the other nonsense. Sometimes you just look across the room and you're like, hey, this man weaker than me. Right? I put Bijan, this ain't your week. Matter of fact, we'll hit you on the screen pass or some pass plays where we're gonna pound Algier down the middle, because these guys are soft down the middle. And that's what makes champions. The champion is not whining and crying for the ball, right? So when this week is different, like you mentioned a while ago, we're going to pound this thing. That's what we're supposed to do. Now, but to be honest with you, to answer your question about from last week, do the Falcons, what kind of pace are they on to hit the Birdcage 7-week prediction for the pass game? I mean, the way they was throwing the ball last week, and I'm watching Drake London, man. Drake is got to be in the top 2-3 wide receivers as far as pass route separation. Like when you watch this man break when he breaks his route down and he's going to cut this way, cut that way. He's night and day from Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is like a seam guy where like he gets down the field. You got to keep all the cutting out of Kyle Pitts' routes because he can't cut like that. But when you watch this number 5, but the more I watch him, this dude is like you remember watching you got an old school mind. I hear you speaking on it all the time. You remember watching Peter Warrick at Florida State, right? You remember how he used to break? Man, Drake London's breaks. He's going to create separation. So I ain't too much worried if we do have to throw the ball secondary or not. I mean, the way this offense is clicking, to your point or your prediction, last week showed us we might be ahead of that curve, which ain't far off. I mean, week 5, week 7, that shit about the same.
Yeah. Hey, man, hey, look, you can't be dropping the S word on the show now, dog. We good, but you can't be doing that, man. We syndicated now. You gonna cost me, boy, you gonna cost me money.
Hey, that's all it is, don't it?
Hey, man, you gonna cost me some money using that word, bro. Man, nah, I get it, though, but nah. So here's the other thing I'm gonna go ahead and throw out here for you that a lot of people aren't talking about. We don't have Rondale Moore. And our passing game looks explosive. And Rondale is a monster. We saw what was coming with Rondale in the preseason before he blew his knee out. We saw what was coming. So you imagine, and I'm not knocking Ray McLeod because he's been solid so far this season. He's been solid. He's had his ups and downs, but I got to give him his credit. He's been solid. But just think about this. Rondale Moore in this passing game, what we have with Mooney and Drake London. And Rondale is literally one of them dudes that you got to just say, well, damn, this cat can ball.
Right.
And just imagine what's going to happen when he comes back next season. It's going to be even more dangerous next year. And Kirk likes to throw the ball around to everybody. So if you look at the receiving core, nobody has an ego in the receiving core. Nobody is mad because somebody else made a play. They're okay with everybody making plays. They're okay with that. And in this day and age, you don't see too many receivers that are like that. You know, my guy Smitty mentioned the other day, he was talking about George Pickens coming to Atlanta, possibly. And he was just asking the question amongst the fan base. And I said, I like Pickens' talent because I'm a dog fan. I knew what he brought to the table. He got a dog in him. But the problem with George is this. George has a temperament problem. He had that when he was at Georgia. I don't know how Kirby kept him on the leash. You bring him here, you're going to have a coach that's going to have to put their foot between his hip pockets and whatnot and get him straight. Because and here's the crazy part, if Mike Tomlin can't get him straight, and Tomlin is one of those guys that can actually relate to the players. If Tomlin can't get him straight, what makes you think Raheem going to be able to get him straight?
No, we don't need George. George is good, but Drake London is a better route runner than George. George is a better I say a contested type of catch. He gonna catch the harder catches. But as a wide receiver, the route running, and Drake is a better route runner than Pickens. Pickens is a bad boy, but
Pickens is one of them dudes.
Rondale Moore, man, this dude Mooney, but you can argue Mooney is one that's like 3 games already. Like when Moore gets here, McLeod is a number 4 option. Because you got to realize, like, when you're a number 1 option, you facing the Deion Sanders, the Asante Samuels. Like, you facing the elite, right? When you're the number 4 wide receiver or number 3 wide receiver, you facing you remember the year since you old school. You remember when Green Bay beat us when Aaron Rodgers was picking on number 21. I think his last name was Owens. That's the only reason Green Bay sent us home in the playoffs is because our number 3, whatever cornerback he was a weak link. So what I'm saying is, like, man, when we get full tilt, and keep in mind, Kirk Cousins didn't play all preseason. Kyle Pitts,
Nope.
Drake London, none of these guys played with this man. See, a lot of teams like the Jaguars. The Jaguars out here 1-5 right now, and they played their starters all preseason. Like, we ain't played none of ours, and we finished it on 4-2. Now, I'm not trying to underestimate the opponent because I actually like what the Birdcage said. I mean, we can't underestimate our opponents. A lot of people don't realize how important it is. You can't play down to the competition. So, with that said, we gonna be 4-2 today.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay finna fall back if they lose to the Saints. Let me see. I can see the TV over there. Okay, Tampa Bay's up 31-27, so they bounce back a little bit. But if the Ravens handle Washington, we gonna move up in the seedings. And to your prediction, week 7, according to last week, we might be ahead of week 7. Like I said, that's no different to me, man. 5, 6, 7, 8, week 9, that's all the same. We just hitting our stride. We didn't play our preseason just now ended, right? And you bring back another wide receiver that's a go-getter at the number 2. And Pickens, when Pickens is a free agent, he gonna cost money. So why would you even go that route? Sometimes, matter of fact, you know what you need to do? The heck with getting Pickens. Trying to watch my lingo. The heck with getting Pickens. How about you go out and get a right tackle and get rid of McGregor? That's what you do.
We've been saying we
don't need Pickens,
bro. We've
man.
been
Kirk
saying
Cousins
that
gonna find an open receiver.
But hey, but Tim, we've been saying that week in and week. Thomas, we've been saying that week in and week out, bro. Right. I've been saying that for the longest, and I got called a wet blanket. I got called a wet blanket for saying that, but I'm like, no, it's not me being a wet blanket. It's me telling the truth. Because when you look at, think about it, bro. You look at the production. We got the bottom half of your face too, by the way. So there we go. Yeah, we had to make sure. Yeah, I saw it falling. But we got to be honest with ourselves. If you look at what happened when he came back in, even if he's 100%, now he wasn't 100% when he came in. I think he was more concerned about losing his job to Storm Norton because Storm Norton has been balling since we got him, and when he went down last year, and we're looking at how Storm Norton did not miss a beat. Once he got in rhythm, the Falcons were good. Because if you look, most of the pressure did not come on his side. All the pressure came up the middle at that point, but that was when you had Nigel still getting used to being the starting center. And then when he got in rhythm and he got used to it, nobody got to Kirk Cousins. So again, we have capable backups, and Storm Norton could start. But the only reason they're starting McGarry is because of that money. They paid him money, and they have to play him. And my thing is, at this point, I don't even think we would be able to trade him away for a 20-ounce bottle of Coke, a bag of boiled peanuts, and a doggone piece of Spam. I don't even think we could trade him away for that because he's given up sacks left and right since he's been on the field all season. Now, he had one game where he didn't give up anything, and we gave him props for that. But it didn't last long. And I said, I got to see it consistently. Just like a lot of people tried to say I was a hater. I said, no. Just like Troy Anderson, I got to see it consistently from him. And I don't have a problem with Troy because he showed flashes of what he could possibly become, but he's still learning how to be a linebacker. And I know it's two different things, but you have to look at it for what it is. But, man, Thomas, guess who done popped in here, bro? We got John the Cricket Deacon in here, man, up in here with us tonight. Up in here with us today. John, welcome to the pregame meal, aka the meal after the church service, sir. Go ahead and you've got your plate. Let's go ahead and hear what you got to say today, sir, after the sermon that you've heard this morning.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. When I used to play 21, back in the day, depending on the court that you played on, they had special rules just about everything. And there was one rule that I used to run into where you would score the final point, and then they tell you to seal it with another shot from the free throw line. Today is a seal it game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sealing game. This game will go a long ways to sort of allaying the fears, giving confidence to us as fans that the offense is what they say it is, what they purport it to be. we've been waiting on this type of Kirk Cousins and offensive game for the past 4 weeks. We got a taste of it last week, and now we want to see whether it's for real. And these are the perfect guinea pigs to operate on. The perfect guinea pigs. I'm looking at how our day is down here, and I know it's the same way in Charlotte. Beautiful day. Nice, good day for football. Nice, good day for the Atlanta Falcons to go to Carolina and show them why we allowed them to have I-85 come through their state. Okay, you know.
Yeah, I like this. He said that's why we allow 85 to come through the state.
Yeah, because you know we really didn't want to be bothered with them, but everybody else said, well, that's the only way to get to Washington. We don't have to let them run the road through that old state there. So all right, we're all right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now,
to the birdcage point, man. What you were trying to explain a while ago? Let me break it down real easy. You remember if y'all watch NBA, you remember when Golden State was in their prime, right? Speaking on what you were saying, we did pay McGrady money, right? But here's the kicker: Golden State won championship after championship. Every off season, every trade deadline, you know what they were doing? Adding pieces. You don't sit on McGrady because you pay this dude. If you watch the NBA, you know exactly what I'm about to explain to you one more time. Y'all ever heard of Duncan Robinson, the tall white kid with the wet jumper? Yep. They paid that man $90 million because he got benched all year. They didn't play him again until deep in the playoffs. A lot of people say, "Oh, Robinson contributed to the playoff run." He did. It was late in the season, late in the playoffs before they started leaning on Robinson. $90 million. That's a big contract in the NBA. They benched that dude. You don't play McGrady because you paid him money. That's a no-no. You play to win the game because why? Your coach is paid millions as well to win the game. You don't just pay the man and say, okay, I got to play him because I pay him. No, that's not how that works. You paid him, you made a mistake, cool. Eat it, go on about your business, put Storm and Norman in there or whoever's gonna do a better job and get your pass protection on. You can still play McGrady because McGrady gonna run block for Algier and Bijan really well. He just can't pass block. Now, it's kind of tipping your hat when you bring McGarry out the game and bring the other guy in. Okay, here come a pass play. But hey, guess what? When you got veteran quarterbacks, man, you got guys who know how to get rid of football. It don't matter if they know you're throwing the ball. You think it ever mattered that everybody knew Derrick Henry was running the ball for 2,000 yards? Everybody knew Tennessee was going to run the ball. There was no secret. You just couldn't stop them because they were that good at it. So just because you pay McGarry, like you said, that don't mean you got to pay that man.
Well, when you look at it, as I said before, it's a lot of politics that go with that. Because, again, it's all about the money. They're going to try to get as much money as they can with investments. You should know that they're going to try to get more bang for their buck. But at the point of the matter, I feel like this. You get more bang for your buck when you win ball games.
Right.
That's where you get your bang for your buck. It's not about the money that you're throwing into these players. It's can your players win for you and bring you in more revenue? Because if you think about it, the Falcons fans have showed up and showed out every game, whether it's been on the road so far this year or whether it's been especially at home this year, because what? They have been winning. If you understand winning cures everything. That cures everything.
That's it. That's how you get your money back.
Exactly.
And go ahead, John. And you know, I've heard this narrative about us not having a good fan base. They don't come to the games. I've heard other players talk about who was it? It was I can't think of his name.
He said they pump crowd. I know you're talking about. He said, "Yeah, they pump crowd noise into the stadium in Atlanta." Oh, we've heard that.
Yeah. And it was this past off season where I think it might have been one of the Carolina players were talking about how Atlanta, they don't show up for the games, they come late or whatever. But just like the Field of Dreams movie, if you win, we will come. If you play well, we will cheer. If you don't play well, we will boo. Okay? I paid this money to come in here. I paid this money for all this merchandise. I paid this money for involuntarily for the cable, for the satellite, because every time you pay that bill, you're giving a piece to the NFL, and that piece of the NFL is going to your franchise. We have the right to do so. Now, our motto is rise up. Okay. In order for us to rise up, team, you got to be doing some raising up too. Okay, team, you raise up. Now we've demonstrated this year in the 5 games, by the way that we traveled to these games and the way that we've shown up to the home games, that we all in. We've been waiting for this season all season long. We've been waiting for this. Hey, show up and show out. That's all we ask. Show up, show out. Prove to me that you deserve my loyalty as a fan. Because see, I've been a fan of this team ever since the ink was put on the paper. Okay. And the stadium was built. I've been on the roller coaster ride. I've seen the ups, I've seen the downs, I've seen all of it. Now it's Missouri time. Show me. Let me know that you deserve me as a fan. Okay.
Hey, John, I got a memory for you, dog. You sitting there saying that you was there. I know you and Thomas remember this, right? It was probably a little bit before my time, but I'm one of the ones who I actually did experience a game in Fulton County Stadium. I know you remember the sign that used to be up that said, "If it ain't red, it's dead."
Yeah, and I remember that one that we used to always put up there and said, "Oh, hell yes," in red and white.
Yep.
Man, look, let me tell you something. When you have been down on the very bottom of Atlanta Fulton County Stadium and made it through 3 feet of hopper grasses, like we used to call them, because the grasshoppers used to live down there at the bottom of the stadium. I mean, it was a coating of grasshoppers down there. Let me tell y'all something. Hey, we used to know everything about that stadium. I worked in that stadium in vending, sold beer, transported hot dogs and hamburgers from the bowels of the stadium all the way up to the 3rd level. Look, man, let me tell you something. That was a good old girl. That was a good old girl. And we had these jokers testing motorcycles. I'm sorry if that got in there. These jokers.
No, it's fine, man. Look. It's a pregame show. Everybody out here enjoying themselves. My man Thomas at the restaurant having a drink. You know what I mean? It's cool. The only thing we gotta cut down on.
I'm at the casino out here with the Indians, man.
Hey man, the only thing we gotta cut down on this, cut down on, folks. We don't mind people coming in here and stuff, but if you're smoking, we got to kind of cut that down, because outside of the kids watching or whatnot, we want to kind of set a good example for some monetization. So we got to cut down on that now on. I don't have a problem with jokers that chief. It's just we want to have a little bit more of a professional look this year. Because like I said, we got some eyes on us now. I'll leave it like that. We have eyes on us now. But outside of the eyes being on us, the eyes are on the Falcons right now. The NFL world is looking at Atlanta. They've been looking at us since this offseason. They have not been able to accept the fact that Atlanta has moved into the direction of possibly being a dominant team in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, we've only had one possession. Fellas, all our wins have come in one possession games. We've had every game be a slugfest, a dogfight. That's pretty much what it was. These are not your granddaddy's Falcons from back in the 60s at all. These are the Falcons that don't mind getting into a drag-out, knuckle-up fight with you. And then at the end of the game, they find a way. And we coined the phrase here in the Birdcage. I said this Thursday night, and I continue to say it. It's already on the shirt. It's already being trademarked right now, ladies and gentlemen. I call them the blood pressure birds because they play with your blood pressure every week, even though they winning. We call them the blood pressure birds now. So how do y'all feel about that new nickname? You know, Cleveland had the nickname the Cardiac Kids, but we call ourselves the blood pressure birds. How do y'all feel about that?
That's on the coaching, man. Like we do some of the pettiest stuff that like a real coach like put it this way. When you watch Kansas City play, you see them hitting guys out of bounds all the time. You see them throwing a lot of flags on them. We got to cut down on the penalties. Because I'm be honest with you, that's what makes some of these games close. We should be blowing out a lot of these games. You know, you got a guy hitting the guy out of bounds on third down. Matter of fact, I think didn't we talk about this last week? I think one of y'all
Undisciplined.
brought it up.
That was me. That was me who said it. I was talking
When
about
our
the
guys
Falcons
hit
being
the guy out of
undisciplined.
bounds and we got lucky. We got lucky they didn't throw the flag. Or no, actually he was inbound. Let me rephrase it. He made a legal play, but the bottom line was the dude was going out of bounds.
Yep.
There's no reason to hit him to even have the fake flag thrown. Let the dude go out of bounds. Like some things you just, you know what I'm saying? You just deal with it. But that's on the good side of that though. We going into week 5. We got a long ways to go to clean up penalties. So like I'll be hard on Raheem Morris, but he got a whole season to fix this. So like we 3-2, looking to be 4-2, and we ain't played our best ball yet, and we had no preseason, which you can probably say half of them flags is probably because we ain't had no preseason play. None of our starters were on the field. So I mean we in a good position for a team that put no starters on the field for the whole preseason.
Well, Spencer Rattler just threw a pick or whatnot and gave the ball back to Tampa. It's still 31-27. But yeah, look, the day that everybody need the sorry bagheads to actually win a game to put us in a position. Either way, we still gonna be in the top driver's seat.
What they call
bagheads? I call them the bagheads of the Aints. That's what we call them. But all I say is that I keep it PG. I keep it PG or whatever because of the show, but I got something else I call them off the air. I ain't said it yet. I'll wait. That'll be a day that we'll have a session behind backstage. Oh snap! Hold up. We got my dog Yuri in the building, man. What's up, Yuri?
We out here in Charlotte, you know. We out here, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey man, welcome to what we call the pregame meal. Pretty much part of the Birdcage LLC. My guy follows us on Twitter all the time. He's at every Falcons, Hawks, Braves. It don't matter. My dog is ATL 10 toes down. Man, what's happening, man? Thanks for coming through for the first time, dog. How you feeling?
Man, hey, it's loud here, but I'm gonna tap in with y'all at halftime.
Hey, so halftime, I do the halftime report, my guy. Appreciate
Let me see the jersey before he go, man. Let me see the jersey.
All right, y'all. Rise up.
Rise up.
Rise up.
My man right there in the middle of things or whatnot. And when I say if y'all follow him on X and he's on Facebook too, that man is at every ball game, like literally at every ball game. He definitely is a dedicated fan, man. I think the only game he didn't go to this year was against Philly or whatnot, but that ticket, that was a pricey ticket for that Monday night game.
Hey, these Saints are sorry, bro. They sorry. They sorry. When I first came on this show, there was some Saints fan want to pop up on the show every once in a while. Where he at?
Oh, trust me, he been in hide for weeks. I hadn't let him live this down. We got Saints fans in hide.
We can't find him. We can't find him.
MIA.
Hey, call the local police department. He might need a wellness check.
Hey John, we putting APBs out on Saints fans today, dog. It was popping their chops all off season. And this is what's funny. There's a guy that Smitty works with, he's a good dude named TJ that's on NFC South Roundtable with him. TJ was popping his chops soon as we were 1-2. Dude been popping his chops. He can't say nothing about the Falcons right now because them Aints are struggling really bad. And John, he's been humbled every week. Every week he has been humbled.
Boy,
they finna give up a 40 ball in New Orleans.
There are only a few ways you can eat crow. You can fry. You can
What you say? What you said, John? What you said?
It's just a few ways you can eat crow. So hey, he's getting to taste all different ways. And matter of fact, I just left out from down there. Like I said, I was down there cruising the coast, the car show down there in Mississippi. Man, it was New Orleans fans all over the place down there. And I wore my colors, and I was close. I thought I was gonna have to tag in. I thought I was gonna have to tag somebody over the top rope because it was a few of us down there. But fortunately, things didn't devolve into. But yeah, man. The thing is that that's what happens when you start out with so much quote unquote promise and then fail to deliver. Start crumbling, start getting humble. Your mouth starts to stutter, and when folk talk to you, your breath, you can't breathe because that choke is around your neck.
Hey, they've been doing this since 2009, bro. They won one championship. Oh, and by the way, they got caught. Remember, the NFL threw it under the rug. They got caught for recording live play calls in the offensive coordinator suites. The NFL threw it under the rug and then only want to talk about Bounty Gate. That's not what they got caught for altogether. The governor of New Orleans brought out, they got caught for recording live play calls. Their own governor. They ran that dude out of town. He don't even live in New Orleans no more. Because I know Saints fans. I know about the ins and outs of that. Remember, the governor, or it was the mayor. Maybe it's the mayor. It was the mayor.
It was the mayor. It was the mayor of New Orleans who had put that out there.
The mayor turned into the NFL their recording system, recording live play calls of not tape, not recording tape, live recording system in their dome, recording the play calls in New Orleans, and the NFL swept that under the rug and called it nothing but Bounty Gate.
Yep. And here's the crazy part about it.
Lesson for the people who don't know.
But here's the crazy part about it. The governor, the mayor that you're talking about, that was the mayor that they ran out of New Orleans for also pissing away their money for Hurricane Katrina as well. That was the brother that was there. Wow. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Didn't they have $1 million?
Yeah, it was him.
Didn't they have $1 million something going on with the church too? Didn't they have something going on with the church too?
Yeah, he was supposed to take that money to fix the levees or whatnot, but we ain't gonna get into that because this ain't a show. We ain't sitting here trying to indict nobody. This ain't what we do. But at the end of the day, yeah, that same governor, that same mayor.
I want to pour a little salt, man. I want to pour a little salt, man.
But that's the same man that was supposed to fix the levees with the money that he was given by the government, but he stole that money anyway. So again, hey, he at least, I gotta give him this. He wasn't a halfway crook. We know that he was a full crook.
Touchdown Tampa Bay. Hey, I blame you and John for this.
How you blaming us for this? We didn't do anything.
Y'all brought up the Saints, man.
Hey, the Saints just piss poor anyway, man. It don't even matter. Because look, at this point, we got the head-to-head on the Saints and the Bucks. It would be nice for them to go ahead and win, but guess what? It don't even matter because we beaten both of them. All we got to do now is win this game today. We still gonna be in the driver's seat. And when we play Tampa within about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, guess what? We got to put foots to ass in that game. That's just what we got to do.
Hey, John, you ever known a host, man, to put up this, what is that, banana pudding, man? You ever known a host to disrespect all the hungry people on the show right now that want to eat some of that banana pudding?
It's called the pregame meal, brother. This is what we do.
Torture.
Hey, what's this over here, the sweet tea?
That's sweet tea. We got cornbread in the back, collard greens, fried chicken, mac and cheese. We pretty much got a real man in the back. Huh?
John locking down security guard. He like big grade to it, man. You want to put that banana pudding on the screen, man.
Hey, John 9 times out of 10 probably at that Waffle House over in Douglasville. I guarantee
he in the parking lot right now in his car.
I'm telling you, John either at the Waffle House or he's somewhere else.
So
I was right. I was right.
I told you.
No, John. Look, and if the Falcons ain't at home, John at that Waffle House before their game started. It never fails.
And that ain't saying that I would rather have some homemade, some homemade sweet tea. I'm trying to tell you. But see,
that's in Atlanta, John.
That's in Atlanta. John, you in Atlanta?
Yeah.
What street you on? What street you on?
I'm on Highway 5.
You ain't in Atlanta. You in Douglasville.
I'm in Douglasville. I'm in
I
Dudley.
used to live on I used to live off Highway 5 by the apartments right there by Aubrey Place.
Oh, okay.
John,
Yeah. Back when my kids were younger.
I'm on Chapel
hold
Hill.
up.
I'm on Chapel Hill.
I know exactly where you at.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm on
John, I
Chapel.
got one of your counterparts right here.
Unlimited 2%
We
cash
got
back on
Red in
everything
the
I buy.
building.
And with no preset spending
What's up,
limits,
Red,
this
what's
power customized.
What's
Hey,
up?
Red, whatever you got going on in the back, you got to turn that
Yeah,
down.
tell
I'll
the
unmute your
background.
mic. That was loud.
He watching the game.
Red, what's up, Red?
What's up, y'all?
Hey man, talking about how these Falcons need to go ahead and handle the business, and we had a little bit of a history lesson of New Orleans mayor or whatever throwing his team under the bus as well as stealing money for Katrina to build them levees. We had a little something we was talking about.
John for that. We blame John.
Hey man, look, you already done missed the main course, man. You might as well go ahead and get your dessert in because game started at 4:15, so you got a little bit of time to get your little peach cobbler, sweet potato pie, pecan pie, whatever you want on red velvet cake. It don't matter. Go ahead and pull up and talk about it, man. What's up?
Yeah, man, we got to handle our business. We got to make a statement game day. Can y'all hear me?
Perfectly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to make a statement game day. So, I mean, I like that Tampa Bay and New Orleans beating up on each other. So, Falcons, man, we can just go ahead and really just handle things. Go ahead, Kirk go out there and throw for another 400. London and Mooney help my fantasy team. Bijan, if he can actually get 100, personally, I prefer Tyler last year to get a few snaps. And but we should be able to handle business. I want that defense to come alive with some sacks today too. Carolina missing a few players on their O line. Yeah, 4 or 5 would be nice. But just get a few sacks today. Let's take advantage of a team that we supposed to be handling. Won't have us sitting here on the edge. I don't need a suspense thriller today. Personally, I prefer a nice little family comedy. I can sit back and relax.
This a fan bye week. This the bye week for the fans. This our bye week.
Yeah, this the week that we don't need. This the week that we don't need our Darren blood pressure high.
No, against Carolina.
Yeah, no. But at the same time, this is one thing I've been noticing about whether it's football in college or football in the NFL. When you got a game like this, because it's a rivalry game that you're supposed to win when the team is down, they always come to play and they make the game a little bit harder than it's supposed to be. So my thing is hit them in the mouth early, break their will early, and take them out. It's the game that you got to take them out early so you don't give them no confidence because, like they say, you keep a coward around long enough, they bust you in the mouth. Alabama found that out against Vanderbilt, and they almost found that out against South Carolina. I'm still a salty dog.
That's a low blow.
Well, I told y'all.
Low blow by the Bird.
I've always said
it's a dog. I'm a dog, baby.
Ryan, it was actually South Carolina. It was actually South Carolina letting Alabama hang around.
I'm telling you.
I've always said that the SEC. You remember what I posted last week?
Your horse race is loud. Hold on.
You remember what I posted last week? The SEC eats their own. This conference, look, if you're number one in the country, Georgia, Alabama, you better watch out because anybody in the SEC will sneak up behind you with a 2x and take the top layer of your scalp off with no problem and won't doggone care. See, the SEC, look, if that field has an SEC logo on it, you better watch your rear end.
You don't take nobody lightly. It don't matter who it is.
See, the SEC is the best conference in college football. They that for a reason. We might, all of the teams in the conference might not be ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever, but at any time, anybody can get it. On the SEC field, anybody can get it. Also now, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna have to run because I was supposed to meet somebody up at the bar to watch the game.
Yes, sir.
The rest of this year, now see, we're exiting the gauntlet. We're exiting the gauntlet right now. Everything else on paper, those are gimme teams. You're supposed to be able to wipe them right off God's green earth as soon as you walk out there on the field. If you somebody, let's prove that we are somebody today.
Starting today.
And for the rest of the year, because see, if you look on paper as to what it is that we have left, we ain't got, on paper, we ain't got that hard of a, don't have that hard of a schedule left. But all of these games, when these people see that you are head of the NFC South, lead no conference losses, things of that sort. Oh, you got a bullseye on your back.
Mm-hmm.
You got a bullseye on your back. You better act like they hunting you. Don't act like you the hunter and you got everything wrapped up and everything straight and we are so good or whatever. Act hungry. You better act hungry. You better act desperate.
We haven't won, but John, we haven't won anything yet. So at this point, guess what? We don't have the division in our back pocket yet. We don't have the championships, the Super Bowls. We don't have the division titles or whatnot. All I can tell you is this. At this point, you really have to, like you said, you got to take every game serious, like it's the last game of the season, like it's a game 7 in the NBA Finals. You have to take every game this way to be able to sustain a winning culture right now. Because the media patting us on the back right now. Oh, yeah, Kirk Cousins did this. Let us slip up and lose to the Panthers and watch what the narrative be tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying we gonna do that, but I'm just saying if that were to happen, you know what the narrative's gonna be. Oh, the Falcons are fraud. Here you go. Let me get my best Stephen A. Smith impression. Good morning, Molly and everyone. You got to understand this. It's asinine and preposterous to think that Kirk Cousins was going to come into Atlanta and win anything. I've told you that the Falcons were a front runner. Y'all don't want to listen to me. I told you about Georgia losing to Alabama, but y'all didn't want to listen to me. Y'all need to listen to me about these Falcons. Stephen A. Smith is in the place to be. You got to understand this. I don't talk for my health. I tell the truth every day on First Take. That's what you're going to hear if the Falcons
Smith ain't had the right prediction a day in his life.
I'm telling you. He ain't been there. You're right. You've been wrong.
Hey, I used to love to hear Shannon Sharp. I used to love to hear Shannon with Skip.
I say,
them Falcons frog Skip. Them Falcons frog Skip. You see what they did? Skip. He used to crack me up. Skip.
Hey, the one thing about Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith though. The one thing they can't deny, we all sit there and watch it. They old Skip made us about 900 million cases of Diet Mountain Dew. Skip used to kill their ass, boy. Everybody want to get mad because Skip had one bad phrase or one bad sentence. When it comes to predictions, Skip owned both of them boys. Both of them.
Yep. The only prediction
that's
he really
did. That's
the only prediction
I watched
he
the
didn't
same
own.
prediction y'all watch.
Hey, the only prediction he didn't own was when Baker Mayfield and the Chocolahoma Sooners lost to the Dogs in the Rose Bowl. I'll never forget that.
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I got to get
we all gonna hold some L's
John.
in life here or there. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Stephen A. and Skip and Shannon Sharp, they man, Skip owned both of them boys, both of them.
No, I said blasphemous. You missed it when I said it. I said blasphemous. but let's just be real on this, fellas. Now we're getting close to game time, as we would say. What would be the score predictions you'd like to see? Because Red, I know you came into the chat the other day. You said it on Thursday. What would you like to see the score prediction? And I'm gonna ask Thompson. I'm gonna get mine.
My prediction hasn't changed. I said 41-18. I'm gonna stick with that. I mean, I won't drop a 40, but I want at least. I mean, we gotta put some points up on the board and let everybody know, man. Hey, our offense is here to stay. You got to come ready to play. That defense got to be on point if you're gonna play with us. So dropping 35-40 on Carolina, a team like Carolina, that will send a nice little message.
Boy, we really must have pissed off Tampa Bay because they about to score again.
Well, they already blew the
If
lead.
they look, if they hang
there.
44, if they hang 44 on the Aints today, Lord Jesus, that's all I'm gonna say. We pissed them boys off.
They ain't hanging for it on us, and the Saints, they just proving everybody they were garbage anyway after the first 2 weeks, which I told everybody. I said they ain't played nobody, and they ain't played nobody, but they said them first 2 weeks they did, but these last 4 weeks they have, and now why they 0-4.
I got it. I've already said I got me a Saints content creator that I got my eye on right now. My guy TJ. I don't start no beef for nobody, but I love for him to be on the show because I just didn't like how at the beginning of the season how he talked to Smitty the way that he did. I thought that was just kind of that was a little. I mean, he good at trash talk. He's a good brother though. I'm just joking, but I'd love to have him up in the cage. I want you to talk that same trash to me that you talked to Smitty at the round table. Because I don't mind.
They were top line. They were going to the Super Bowl, man.
Remember, he said that. He said they was going to the Super Bowl and they was going to take the division after they beat Dallas. And we all laughed and said Dallas was a joke. And we all are seeing right now that y'all are a joke. Y'all getting ready to have a 40-piece home in y'all by Tampa. Hey, Thomas, what you got for the score prediction today, big dog?
Well, that's one reason I be on this show because you got sense. A lot of people ain't got no sense. We're not finna throw the ball, so I understand what Red's saying. The 40 ball gonna be nice. 40 ball really gonna be nice, but we're gonna run this ball more than we are gonna throw it, so it's gonna run the clock. So, but to go along with what Red's point was, I can see 31-7 giving the same point sent to the league as 41-18 or something like that. Same mindset, but I think the clock gonna work more because we're gonna run it more. But I got the same mindset though. That's how you send a message.
Like, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I take that message too. I'll take the same message the Bucks putting on the Saints. They running for over 200 yards on the Saints today. So, hey, what's my man? What's your name up there?
That's Thomas.
Thomas. Hey, man, and we run down their throat and we chuck it down their throat. The point is, I want to send a message and let everybody know not only are the Falcons the best in the NFC South, we won the best in the NFC. Period.
Yep.
Yeah, we do understand that there's no way, man, that we set out our starters to not take advantage of the opportunities given us, right? There's no way we set out our starters all preseason to lay an egg when it's time to go 4-2. That wouldn't make no sense.
Yeah.
This is what we're seeing right now is the whole reason that we all cursed out Raheem Morris saying, hey man, you ain't getting these boys no practice for the whole preseason. So today's supposed to be his show where he shows us why he did what he did.
Also, I want to see them rookies. Yeah, now today is the game to get some of these rookies, some of those rookie defensive players involved now. I mean, this is the game you get them involved against a team like Carolina. Go and get them their reps. Everybody say Root got a few reps last week. I don't remember it, but we won. So, but I want to see them actually this week.
Well,
they should see action because it should be a blowout. So
I think we go 28. I think we go either 28-3 or 28-7. I don't think we're gonna go above 28 points because I believe it's gonna be more of a clock control game. Now, if they decide to try to run up the score because they trying stuff, I ain't gonna be mad at that either. But at this point, I just need them to get in, collect the win, and get out healthy. I don't need nobody going down in this ball game. That's the reason why I want it to be a low scoring affair. Let the rookies get in, and let's keep these guys fresh for Seattle next week. That's my whole thing. Let's get out of this ball game with a win because Seattle's gonna pose a tougher threat than Carolina will. It's gonna be kind of like a Tampa Bay game. It depends on what team comes out next Sunday. But right now, we got to focus on being able to shorten up this game, get points, and let our defense go ahead and control this ball game.
Hey, time out. I'm sorry. They just converted a 3rd and 18 on the Saints in their own territory.
That's a darn shame. And it was on Marshawn. And it was on Marshawn Lattimore.
You know what they did it with a screen pass.
Yep, I'm watching.
Marshawn made the tackle, but it was a screen pass out wide. 3rd and 18, they got a first down, cuz.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is this here. I'm not saying it yet, but it would be nice to pull out. It would be nice to pull out the broom against the Aints this year.
Nice. I'm respecting it. The way they playing like this, yeah, they should be on game up by time.
And
By
they
the time
gave
we
up
play them, they should be on game up.
Yo, they just gave up a
Touchdown.
40 piece. It's 43 to
They
27.
gave up a 45 ball today, cuz, at home.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. No, Spencer Rattler should not beat us. Come on.
Spencer Rattler, you know, they clamped him down. Todd Bowles clamped that down.
That's what I'm saying. He should not beat us. Derek Carr, I can see, I'm saying he a vet, but Spencer Rattler, no. I'm expecting to win.
Oh, no. He's down at the half-yard line. It's first to go on the half-yard line. That's what they about to change that to. But same difference. It's a 45 ball, man. In your house. Yeah, they probably going to quarterback sneak this.
Yeah, that's why I say, see, we got to send a message today. That's why we got to send a message today, because folks already going to give up on the Stanks after this week. And Tampa, just the fact they struggling with the Stanks, and we already beat them, they not going to put them over us. So we got to go out and send a message today that, hey, all right, they in there.
44-27, man. That's crazy.
Could you
Yeah, fellas couldn't do it last week, though.
They hang 50 on them. There's still 6 minutes left in that game. Could you imagine if they hang 50 on them as a statement?
It'll have to be a pick six or something.
Hey,
It's possible, especially with Bruin already.
Hey, Red, why Birdcage over there trying to instigate a 50 ball on these people, man? Why he trying to start some stuff, man?
Now, I need you to mind your damn business. See, you all over here.
Oh, he got a point. He got a point. It's fine, yeah.
He all over here, and you got to understand, I'm orchestrating this right now. I got some fans in my family right now, so
it's 5 minutes left, Thomas.
Red, he could have just left the Saints alone, left that at 40 ball.
I ain't leaving them alone.
He want to go instigate a 50 ball in the head, man.
But it's 5 minutes left. It's 5 minutes left, Thomas. So yeah.
No, we ain't leaving.
If it had been a minute left, I probably would have said, yeah. He twisting the knife. But 5 minutes, yeah. It's something like, yeah. You can't stop playing right now. So you got to keep playing.
Hey, just like that old school Lucien song say, you can't stop the rain from falling. You can't stop the rain in this one, boy. And
baby, stop the rain. I remember that song. I'm trying to remember how it go though. I remember how it goes. Old school R&B song.
Hey man, you know
what I'm saying? Yeah, in 5 minutes, that's what I'm saying. You gotta keep taking his hand with it, because you gotta keep playing right here. It ain't like you can just stop with 5 minutes go. So I can see you great. I mean, Saint don't stop playing, which gonna make them look even stankier than before. I mean, but even if they stop, the Bucks they're gonna kick that man, please, yeah. Some gear, they man, some guy. They could probably get.
Y'all wrong for this, man. Y'all always talking about 50 ball, man.
Wait a minute, he talking about we wrong for this.
Hell, we be doing it. If it was 2000, matter of fact, we should have did it in 2016. We don't want to we took mercy on their ass. Hey, Ryan, I was out in California too in that game. Out there hanging out in Cali when that 2016 season when we was kicking they butts. I know you got sponsors. We were kicking their butts. See, I mean, I remember Deion Jones was showing out. I mean, everybody was showing out in that game.
Man,
I can't believe y'all, man. Y'all just downright dirty, man.
I got one for
dirty
you. You know what?
Hey, we on the 48 on them. Tampa Bay, they ain't holding that shit hold back like we did. We should have put 50 on them that game.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all this right here. This is just how we, as Falcon fans, right now, are sitting back talking about these Saints right now because we needed them to win. These fools can't even get it right. This is what it is. Fair use, ladies and gentlemen. I got to play this for you. This is what we sounding like right now with these Saints fans. Saints fans, this is what y'all look like right now. Y'all getting Debo right now. This is what y'all look like.
Hey, y'all stop talking when Debo come around.
Told y'all. Don't want some? Beat him down, beat you down. Who else wants some? Who else wants some of Debo?
Spare you. This is what we saying like Pops on the side, telling them to get up and fight back.
Come on, Craig. Fair enough, Craig. Fair enough. There you go.
That's how we doing Saints fans right now. We trying to tell them, stand up now, stand up. Come on, Fred.
Personally, I like the fact they just put out their misery.
Hey, they just threw interception.
Did Ryan just tell you had to keep playing? Now they better put up 50. I told you gotta keep playing, man. And they can't beat them. They can't beat them. Man, hey, Ryan, I wish we was playing them today now, man. I want something right here.
No, we needed them to win to make it a clear-cut race for this division. But we still ahead. But we sitting there just
man, what I tell y'all the other day, we don't need anything, because we can handle our own business.
Here's the thing. We can handle our own business, Red, but it would have been nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Think about it. It'd have been nice to have a little bit more breathing room. But right now, there's a lot of Falcon fans talking about some get up, Saints.
We're trying to get greedy, man.
But guess what? Guess what, Ryan? We're gonna get the breathing room next week. When we have God damn, tell me your damn TV ahead of me, man. You spoiling a lot of shit for me. Oh, now he gone. See, now he going on my side. Come on, I told 50 piece. Man, this better be a 50 piece. Yeah, this better be a 50 piece.
They about to put a 50 on them. I told you, Thomas.
It's 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. About to be a 60 piece.
They just hit a 30-yard running gas on the end. What they gas there?
But Ryan, check this out. Tampa play Baltimore in Baltimore next week, so you might get this space.
Oh yeah, okay then. That's a good game.
I'm speaking on a division because if Tampa would have lost to New Orleans today, they would have been.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I feel what you're saying.
Been 1 and 2 in the division. We'd have had more space in the division. That's what I'm saying.
I feel you.
That was why we needed the Saints to win.
Hey, I can't believe the Birdcage being this greedy, man. I can't believe it. This is on TV, man.
Don't worry, Ryan. We play them in 2 weeks, so we'll put them out ourselves. Look at it right here. They gave up 27 points.
Man, this man greedy.
They gave up 27 points to this sorry stinks team. So
see, Red got to catch himself, Thomas. See, Red know the routine. He got to catch himself because he was trying to just now. I caught you, Red. I saw you trying to stop.
I got to treat this like the Red show.
Hey, y'all see that? Y'all see that hard Georgia Bulldog symbol right there?
Yeah, we see that dog hat. We see.
Hey, we going to Texas this week, my boy.
Hey, now you talking about me throwing a low blow at Bama fans? You need to stop that. You need.
Oh no, wait a minute, come on, Thomas. Come on, Thomas. Talk trash. Yeah, talk that Georgia trash. I want to hear that Georgia trash.
You want to hear how we set the world on fire this week? We take back the #1 seed.
Yeah, I already told Ryan that we're gonna be Texas first loss. I told him that yesterday.
Because here's the thing, we both said said neither one of us wanted Texas to come in there with a loss because we know if they came in there with a loss, it'd have been even tougher to beat them boys next week.
All right, so they're gonna be feeling themselves next week at home, and we're gonna come. Look,
they gonna see we struggle. Oh yeah, hey, it's gonna be like this. Oh yeah, the Falcons ain't Falcons ain't nothing. The Falcons ain't nothing, and you know they're gonna be tagging it. Next thing you know, that left hand gonna come, and you know what's gonna happen.
Hey, it's gonna be a long season when.
And matter of fact, Ryan, I ain't gonna even talk trash, but I'm gonna let guys like Thomas talk trash. I'm just gonna be patient with wait till game time.
Oh yeah, I'm talking trash.
Hold on, I'm doing this. I'm quiet.
Hey,
I'm
calling my mom and grandma later this evening. I'll make sure they good. Cause I go home every weekend and take care of them, right? But if I can squeeze this out, I'm gonna call, make sure they can hold out 1 more week. I'm gonna tell dispatch, land me in Texas next week, baby. I'm going. It
don't even matter who they put in there, whether it's Eagles or it was Quinn or Arch. I don't care which quarterback they play. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get beat down.
Yeah, we gonna beat that. Now, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be high scoring by both teams. But we gonna
We
get
got
on
scoring for
that.
us. I don't know about them. 'Cause I tell you,
We gonna get on that.
Kirby knows Sock. Kirby has played Sock's offense before, and I know he know how to contain it. So, hey, Texas.
We should be a lot
update.
more healthier next week too.
Wait a
But
minute,
we've
fellas.
been missing like 3 starters for like 3 or 4 weeks now.
I'm gonna give y'all the update. It's 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. The Bucks are pretty much at the New Orleans 13, 1st and 10.
Yeah. I'm sitting here watching. I'm at the casino, cuz I'm watching all this.
Oh, we'll be on the Falcons momentarily. But yeah, they pushed the game back to 4:25 instead of 4:15. So again,
I blame Red for that. He want to make fun of people.
Big Larry,
Right.
what's happening? They pushed us back to 4:25. We know you getting situated for the game, big dog. Definitely appreciate you.
What the Saints fans at, man? You can't put no shout out Birdcage to get the Saints fans in here, man. What's up?
I know I got a few on my Facebook page, probably hiding. I had them on my Facebook page for the first 2 weeks.
Now, if we was to lose Carolina, we gonna see.
Hey, what that song called? Hey, Birdcage, what that song called? Put it on the screen. Put TIP on the screen, man. What it at though? Put TIP on the screen, man.
Hey, man, them boys.
Might as well, because he gonna be retired soon.
Hey, them boys, listen, them boys ain't coming through here.
Where
them
they at
Saints
though?
fans ain't coming through here.
Hey, what it say? What it say? Where they at though? Where they at though? Where they at, Red?
He talking about that beat. He talking about BG. He talking about so where they at. See, you know what?
I will.
Look.
Where they at,
Now
though?
see, he talking about me taking a low blow. Now he took a low blow. We ain't even played yet, and you already started.
Hey, you know you about to hand out the ass whooping. You just know you're gonna hand out the ass whooping. That's all it is too.
Hey, can I make this even better? It is 2nd and 2 on the New Orleans, pretty much on the New Orleans 5. Right
Here you go, Red. See what I'm saying? I'm trying to play some music, Red. Look what he doing.
I'm watching. Yeah.
I want this will be a historic moment for everybody in this place to watch.
A 50 ball.
Right here.
A 50 ball. A 50 ball. A 50 ball.
I gotta go back and check. I gotta check my fantasy team.
I had to bring it up on the screen for y'all, dog, because this is gonna be epic if they put a 50 ball on these boys in their house.
A 50 ball.
Boy, that's
I got my own my text group on the phone, sports group. One of my Saints fans. Man, that dude been quiet all week, man.
He ain't got no choice but to be quiet right about now.
He
gonna be quiet all month.
He loud as hell. He loud as hell when they whooping ass.
Come on, man, get off these Fox folks. Like, get back to the damn game. Shit.
Hey, so the question is this:
They don't damn.
What is that, man? That's some steel toe boot, man. So they can take a damn hard little stomping. What that is?
I have no idea. That's actually a rain boot or whatever. That's a whole. That's
a steel toe, Red. That's a steel toe, Red. They try to protect their toes from the stomping they take.
Hey, hold up. I just need them to go ahead and hang this 50. That's the only reason I got this still up right about now. And we still, like I said, we still got doggone a couple of minutes before our game start. So again, it's the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 2. Perfect sound for the horse races. I like it. Perfect sound. Because New Orleans getting ready to get stomped and left in the dust right about now by these horses called the Bucks.
Hey, all jokes aside though, man, send up the prayers for Jim Harbaugh, man. They just exited Jim Harbaugh off the sidelines in the middle of the game.
What?
Yeah.
What happened? Did he get hit by a player?
I ain't sure. I just saw the notification.
What happened?
He said Jim Harbaugh got carried off the field, so they don't know what happened to him.
Damn.
Nah, he wasn't carried off. He exited off the field.
Looks like he exited off the field.
Touchdown Tampa Bay. 50 ball.
Man, what the hell is up with my damn TV? This damn slow ass streamer. I'm missing every damn thing.
It's 51-27. This ball game is over.
This all the Birdcage fault, man. Wasn't nobody talking about no 50. He started the shit.
You ain't lying. I didn't have 50 in my head. But you know what? Maybe because I had Tampa I took Tampa's defense in fantasy. Maybe that'll help them out. Maybe that'll help give me some more points. Because boy, they were looking bad when they were down 24-27.
Boy, this is just a good old fashioned look. LSU won that game last night. Them New Orleans fans is gonna be quiet today. That's the only thing they got to hang their hat on because them boys just gave up the draws. Literally,
I
just
don't even think they going back to that game. Are they? Fuck it. I should have went to Dofu then. They ain't going back to that one. They just said that game is done. Damn.
Hey, well, what we gonna do is this, fellas. Now we can sit behind stage or whatnot and chop it up or whatnot for a little bit before this Falcon game go. But the restaurant is now closed. Y'all go ahead and hang back with me or whatever. We got the pre-happy hour or whatever before the ball game. Y'all sit in the back and we gonna chop it up. But for those who are joining us in the pregame meal, we want to thank you for coming through. We got Thomas and Red for coming through. Big John, the Cricket Deacon. I'm gonna have these boys backstage with me for a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye to y'all, and we're gonna see y'all at the halftime report at 4, pretty much in the middle of the ball game. So you know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. This is your boy, the historian, in the Birdcage LLC for what we call the pregame meal. Y'all be blessed, and let's go ahead and get this ball game and get this win, folks. Peace.